Good morning. I am going to teach you how to begin a Prezi presentation, and it's very similar to PowerPoint, but it has a little bit more features, a lot more movement within the screen. So let's go up here and type in Prezi, and you can see how it's spelled. I obviously have an account, and so if you want to, when you want to begin a Prezi, you'll come up here to New Prezi and hit that, and when this loads, what you'll see are a number of different templates that you can use, and you'll see these different templates. Let's go to Journey. Double click Journey, and then what we'll do is, if you notice, these are all the different paths. This is the journey. And when I show you the presentation, you'll see how it follows this guide. And so in each, it allows you to edit. Obviously, I'm in the editing screen, so I'll just put title here. And then I'm in 2. That was my first slide. I'll go second slide. And in these boxes, that's for your title. And you'll notice there's another box in here. You can add video, pictures, images. And so what I'll put are text or images. I'll click out. And then I'll go to my third box. And I'll type in third slide. And more text or images. I think you kind of get the idea. And then again, if you go to your fourth slide, and then at any point you can go up to the presentation, kind of see where you're at. And then you'll go down here to the arrows, and it'll just take you right through your presentation. Here is your first slide. Second slide, third slide, fourth, if I had typed something in there, fifth, and then conclusion. Now, as you play around with Prezi, you'll see there's a lot more features in here than what I'm actually giving you. But what I want to do now is kind of show you what, I'll go back up here to your Prezis, show you what I did with that template. And so what I'll do is, this was an assignment. It wasn't really an assignment. I was playing around with different software in this course, and I wanted to actually do my own Prezi with, and actually just embed video. And so I'll just kind of quickly go through. This was the Harlem Children's Zone, because this is designing a community school, and just briefly play that for you so you can kind of see what capabilities are.
These housing projects are failing all over.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. It kind of gives you an idea of capabilities of what this can do. I'll quickly go through. You see some images that I've embedded in here. And then you'll notice I've added some extra cells in here, and Prezi will allow you to do that. And again, I wanted to show everyone how to do a keynote, a PowerPoint, and embed those instructions here. And there we go. And that is how you begin a Prezi. I decided to open up a full presentation that was done a couple years ago, actually 2 years ago, and I worked with our Director of Information Technology in terms of developing this Prezi. It was the first Prezi we did for our staff. So I'm going to go ahead and open it here. And this gentleman here, Larry Prandi, was our former superintendent, and this was developed for him. I'm going to go ahead and start playing this image for you. This this was regarding our Common Core implementation. And so what you hear here is John F. Kennedy's speech he made regarding going to the moon. Now, what you heard there was a speech that we were trying to motivate our leadership in terms of pressing forward, especially with the Common Core. I'll continue with the presentation. You notice how the Prezi works. Leadership this is the leadership group. This was really a motivating day that we had. It was about 4 hours long. Now this video, or these sets of pictures, in talking about leadership, was an example of what leaders really do in the face of danger. And this is more of an extreme, but we wanted to give them an example of just what real leaders do. And I'll be bringing up a clip here that we inserted here shortly. Now that was an example of something we thought it was important for our leaders to hear, the ultimate level of customer service, where these workers in India cared so much about their guests that they even risked their lives to go back in to save them, despite the outcome of what could have happened to them. I'm going to go ahead and push through. Again, I want you to notice how the Prezi moves around. This is a video that really talks about how you really move from the traditional way of teaching to actual Common Core. I'm going to move through this, but really what I2C is about is going from multiple tests to project-based learning, and the need for students to use critical thinking skills to solve problems.
This is our district instructional focus. All students will demonstrate their thinking both verbally and in writing to show understanding of their learning. We're required by all of our leadership to not only memorize but be able to explain an example of what that means and also non-examples. So I'll go through again. It's another video we used. Now this is a trajectory model. Now these arrows took a long time, not for me, but for my director of information technology to really develop, to be able to be placed in the Prezi. The Prezi will allow you to do these things. You just have to find the different icons and then properly place them, and you'll kind of see what he did with these arrows. This was a trajectory model that our superintendent at the time talked about, how the Common Core would traject the district to a certain level of implementation, and it was important that that trajectory was accurate or we would miss the moon. And here, this would be in our first trajectory, the moon, and he talked about how it goes around again, this momentum, and then another trajectory takes you off. So it was actually a very powerful presentation. Again, we end with our district instructional focus. Doug Creedeman was the gentleman that I worked with, and it was more me thinking at the time and working with him as he worked on Prezi. And that actually helped me learn how to do Prezi also. And that's the end of that.